Cue music.
I don't want gossip and talk.
A cultural expression evolved by and for the youth of today.
A little bit spicy, but not too raw, you know what I mean?
A party that's fun for all.
Do you see what's happening to the youth of today?
Now here it is, your moment of zen.
Daily Nugget.
You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com for Tuesday, April 12th. It is Tijuana Tuesday, where we take a look at other countries and try to understand what they do. And here's what we're trying to understand about. Apparently, this is in China.
Beijing, China.
The new hot thing to do is to buy keychains that has live animals in a pouch.
Why? What?
The keychain.
That.
Apparently, you can get live fish, small tortoises, and young giant salamanders.
Ooh.
Wait.
Now, they like
my personal favorite.
Young giant salamanders.
Young giant salamander. I remember when I was a young giant salamander.
Okay.
And we're starting the awkward a little early this time, aren't we?
Anyway,
How can it
I'm Andy.
survive in a pouch?
I'm Andy. That was Janelle.
Yes.
Sam is with us as well, and and Jenn, who is a lover of comedy, as you'll soon learn throughout the Daily Nugget.
Yes. Hello.
Fan of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say, Janelle?
I said, how can this keychain, what do you call it, accoutrement, last in a pouch?
Well, the vendor says there's a special liquid. The person who sells it said there's a special liquid inside that provides oxygen and nutrients for the creatures.
So water.
For how long?
Yes.
It's just water. It's colored water.
And what happens if you get a pinhole in your pouch?
Blend of tap water and food coloring.
And each little thing also has two small rocks. I don't know if they're like little food pellets, but they look like just rocks.
They look like gummy bears.
So, hey.
Is the pouch clear? This is what I want to know. So you'd like walk around with some kind of salamander on your
so that people can see it, of course, you can show it off.
What is that any different than like, the girls that have those like platform shoes where you can put the goldfish in it? You know what I'm talking about?
That's weird.
But you can't get the goldfish out.
Don't do that.
I'm sure you can get the goldfish out. You don't think so?
I never thought that was a good idea either.
Don't you remember that Simpsons episode where Disco Stew was sitting there on the table and he put his feet up on it and he goes, and whoever was talking to him said, "Hey, your fish are dead." And he goes, "Yeah, I can't get them out."
Yeah, I am not quite sure how long these things live. I'm sure it's not long. These poor little turtles, they're like the size of the keychain.
What if they die, maybe within a day, maybe within a week, or however long, you're carrying it around, you finally get used to carrying it around in your keychain, and you don't realize it till some kid comes up, starts playing with your keys, and they're like, "Oh, look at the little fishy swimming on his back," Like, how? You can't even recognize it until you're carrying around this dead thing. That's terrible.
Well, it'd probably be like what my son did. We tried to own goldfish a few weeks ago, and they lived for about a week. And when they were floating on the top, Joash was trying to poke them to wake them up. He's like, "Daddy, help me wake them up." He's trying to poke it, and I'm like, "Nope, it's dead."
When he realized the truth, was he crushed?
I don't know. He was like, "Can we play video games now?" He wasn't very attached to it.
That sounds like a Yuso.
He wasn't very attached to these goldfish. Although we did name them, one was Abraham Lincoln, and the other one was Joe Biden.
Oh my goodness.
So,
of course.
Just for funsies, I don't know. That's what he wanted to name them.
Sure.
So, I don't even know if these fish that you have
What goes on in your household where your son decided to name them Abraham Lincoln and Joe Biden?
Exactly. What 4-year-old knows who Joe Biden is?
Well, look at his dad. I mean, I'm sure he's told him bedtime stories about him or something.
He's someone that's into politics.
At the daycare that he goes to, he came back one day and they were learning about the president. So he told us who the president was, Barack Obama. And then he said that Joe Biden was the vice president. I'm like, very good. I'm like, now what do they do? And he goes, he said, Barack Obama's sick and Joe Biden's the doctor. I'm like, I'm not quite sure what you're learning, but that's not.
Wow.
So, that is So I think you could.
High marks for education where he's going.
You could probably keep these alive longer than the fish that we tried to keep alive at our house, the goldfish. You gotta wonder who thought, hey, I'm gonna and if you look at these bags, they're vacuum sealed. Like these are.
Oh yeah.
These aren't like Ziploc baggies. These suckers are not coming off unless you cut into it.
Yeah. What happens if a baby gets a hold of it and like starts chewing on it? I mean, not great.
Yeah. There's a limited supply of babies in China too.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why.
Is low.
Sometimes I don't know. Have you noticed this? Like, I'm eating. I got a few left. My wife's gonna be so mad at me because I ate all.
What? What are you talking about?
Asian culture is just so fascinating. You know?
Yes, it is.
My wife got some of these wonderful treats from Japan called Hello Panda treats.
I love those things.
I know, right?
Still about
They're
it.
filled with chocolate and vanilla
so
and strawberry.
fantastic.
Oh,
Anyway.
I have a box of them in the cupboard, and I really want to eat them now.
What is it?
Hello Panda.
And what is it? I heard that.
It's like a little mini cookies with chocolate inside.
Oh, they're so good.
Don't they make those like here?
Not
No,
like
these
Hello
are different.
Panda.
These are different.
That's why I'm asking you. How are they different?
They're not necessarily cookies. They're like biscuits, crispy biscuits filled with chocolate.
As the box describes it, it's biscuits with choco cream.
Oh wow. Okay.
So anyway, here's my. For whatever reason, Asian culture, everything seems to be cuter with them. You know, like these salamanders and turtles and little fish and keychains. It's cute.
It's a colored water, man.
Is that what you think?
It's a reptile. Look at it. Good night.
Now, what's to stop them from, instead of using real ones, why don't you just put plastic ones in there? And I mean, that looks like something at the dollar store.
Why not? I guess because this would be worth more.
Well, I was going to say, or probably because it's cheaper for them just to catch these salamanders they find in the side of the road, you know, right?
Wow.
Then have to make a plastic one. It's easier for them, I bet.
Wow.
And how often can you say, I have a giant salamander in my keychain?
What happens?
Not as often as I'd like.
I have a question.
Yes.
What happens if you lock your keys in the car on a hot summer day?
Oh, no.
Then what happens?
Hello?
Or when it's cold. And it
That's
just
called cooking. And preserving.
Oh, my goodness. It's called loosen your car. That's what it's called.
If you want to walk around with a dead carcass of some kind of stupid little animal around,
Which, let's be honest,
whatever,
who doesn't?
Keep it in your hand, in your purse, in your pocket, so be it. It's not for me. I mean, each to your own. Go for it.
Well,
I'm not spending my money on it.
Well, what's the difference? Here's a thought. What's the difference between that and like having a lucky rabbit's foot on your keychain? Both are dead.
Well, who does that? That's a bad idea. That's just gross. Besides that, you dig in your pocket, feel that furry thing. No thanks.
No fur?
No fur. No fur, no feathers. That should be the rule across the board. No
That's
fur,
going to be Janelle's like fashion claim from now on. It's going to be like a new phrase. Everybody's going to be saying it.
Yeah, no fur, no
feathers.
Peter would be proud of you, Janelle.
I know, right?
No
Thank
fur,
you.
no
Thank you
feathers.
very much.
And that is the Daily Nugget. If you have any questions or if you have a practical use for a keychain with an animal on it, let us know.
I know what it is. This is the new revolution in homeschool crafts.
Oh my goodness.
What, we put homeschoolers in a bag and carry them around on our keychain?
Yeah, but you have to put that special liquid in there. It's very important.
Where'd you get that? Yeah, I caught this homeschooler in my backyard.
Wow.
He kept tripping over his homemade pants.
It was foraging for the winter.
Wow. Laugh it up. Laugh about it.
They're the only ones that are laughing, Jen.
I know. Just let it get it
Not
out.
partaking in their laugh fest. Not.
And the parents called it a field trip. All right, kids, let's look for berries.
Wow. Okay.
Keep it going. That's it. Keep it going.
Get it all out, yo. That's
You crazy kids.